But when you have a substantive, meaningful issue like this bond referendum, going out to vote and having all the voters have an opportunity to speak to it is the best possible form of engagement. So that's the primary purpose for a bond referendum, is see what your citizens have to say about the proposed expenditure. An ancillary benefit is if they do approve it, when you go out to the market, because you're using the full faith and credit of the jurisdiction, you'll get lower interest rates and you'll pay less in your debt service over the course of the term of the debt than you would if you go out to market with a typical revenue bond.
So the bond referendum would both allow for the full expansion of the Environmental Studies Academy and the full build out. We're at 108 student enrollment now and just going into our third year. So we're at about half capacity, and we're trying to offer all of our sections and all of our classes in one old classroom and then one new modern building. More so than just the academy building itself, the Western Science Labs, many of them are in their original state, and the Western Albemarle High School is going on 40 years of operation. And the school has only had one really addition and expansion to the science department, and that's been 20 years, and those structures are 20 years old.
We're continuously trying to improve our school security. We like our schools to be safe for the safety of our children, and to increase the safety, and we like to do controlled entrances like this one at Kale Elementary. We have 4 schools remaining. All other schools have been done with a controlled entrance, but the bond referendum would help us increase that schedule and get the rest of the 4 schools done very quickly. That would be Henley, Baker Butler, Scottsville, and Murray High are the schools remaining. So this is our controlled entrance at Kale, and this is very similar to what would be at the other schools and what is at the other schools. You're forcing visitors to go through this main entrance, and instead of entering directly into the school, it's a controlled entrance, meaning they have to enter through this door, and they're greeted by office staff when they arrive here, and they're forced to go through the check-in procedure.
So if the bond referendum is approved in November, what it would essentially mean for Woodbrook is that we would be getting additional classrooms. We'd be getting 16 additional classrooms and a modernization of all of the classrooms inside the building currently. It was built in 1963, and it hasn't really had any extensive work done to it. So the classrooms are still very, very traditional in nature. I have a part-time art teacher, I have a part-time music teacher, I have a part-time PE teacher. All of these things make it very challenging for our kids to have the same kind of access that a school that has full-time art and full-time music and full-time PE. So those things stand out to me as just, this referendum actually will level the playing field for the children who would be coming to Woodbrook.
The Learning Space Modernization Project is an ongoing initiative to update our classrooms, our media centers, anywhere where learning occurs. So if the referendum were to pass, it would be a substantial increase in an ongoing initiative to update our instructional spaces. They are not functional for how students learn in the 21st century and how teachers teach. The average age of our classrooms is in the 1970s. Our spaces are just out of date. They were designed and built for the teacher teaching at the front of the room, not for group work, not for flexibility and mobility. It's affecting attention spans. It's affecting engagement. So this referendum, if it were to pass, would be an investment into updating the furniture, updating the lighting, improving our daylighting. There's tons of science behind attention and health and mood in the presence of daylighting, yet we have over 100 classrooms in our division which have no natural light. This program updates those spaces. The referendum would affect as many as 100 classrooms and 25 science labs across 25 schools.